Hey, good morning, everybody. Bobby Dagger here. Welcome if you're new. If you're coming back, welcome, bad boys, bad girls. Anyway, today I'm just going to talk to something simple because I don't know about you guys, but I just noticed lines everywhere. I don't know if it's because of social media or people just like waiting on lines. I hate lines. I've only waited on one line way back in the 70s. We drove into New York to see The Exorcist when it first came out. I think it was at the Ziegfeld, and me and my girlfriend, we were probably like 16 or something. We came in and with some friends and we stood online to see that. But I'm just noticing there's lines everywhere. There's lines to cookie stores, to yogurt spots, to clubs. Well, I think there used to be lines to clubs, but I didn't go to clubs, so and plus, I refuse to wait on lines. It's just ridiculous. Although I did wait on a line a couple years ago, maybe 10 years ago. I was with a girlfriend. We were up in Vermont. She wanted to go to the Ben and Jerry's, and I was like, "There's no way." And my joke was, "Well, I'll drive by, and you can jump out and do a tuck and roll and go, and I'll pick you up." And we still laugh about that. But we waited online. We got some ice cream there. It was a fun experience because it's such a beautiful place. Not a big fan of the ice cream per se because they've got all this garbage in it now. But I'm just noticing there's lines everywhere. And then when I'm on my social feeds, I'm seeing the lines at the airports, which I don't remember being so bad, and it just looks horrible now. And now I'm watching the things in Europe. It's hard to get in, it's hard to get out because of the lines, because they're changing things. It just seems weird that all this stuff is going on right now, and it's all about crowds and too many people, and even driving. I was coming back what normally takes about an hour and a half to get back to New York City from where I was, 3 hours plus on a Sunday or a Saturday. And it wasn't even late in the day. It was sort of, we were trying to get back by 6. We didn't get back till after 7, 7:30 or something. I'd never seen traffic like that in my life, getting back to town. Anyways, but what's your experience out there? Anybody been traveling out there? I'd really like to know because now it's like I don't even want to go anywhere on a plane because it was already bad enough with getting through the TSA lines. So I got the TSA pre-check, which really helped a lot. But even now, that doesn't seem to help. And some airports aren't even using TSA pre-check. You still have to wait in line. Anyways, and I live in an apartment on Ludlow Street, and I can look down outside of the clubs. There's 2 clubs across the street. There's lines to get in there. It's like, what are they waiting for? It's just a fucking club, It's just, or a bar. It's basically just a bar, but it's the cool spot to go. It's like, for me, if you have to wait on a line to go to a cool spot, it's not very cool because everybody's going there. And the cool spots are where the people in the front that makes it cool went to, but they're not going there anymore because it's no longer cool. I'm 70 years old, 69, still thinking about what's cool. I never thought about it because it just always was random to me because I remember I live on Ludlow Street, which was the greatest place to live back in the, when I got here in the 1980s, 80s, because there was nobody down here. It was like just, it was the Wild West. They called it dangerous. I didn't find it very dangerous just because I just didn't. And then in 1998, the New York Times called it the hippest block in the world. For me, it was already over because the bars and the stuff. I worked at the first bar down here, which was a really fun spot as a bar restaurant, the Ludlow Cafe. A good friend of mine that's in hospice now, I talked about in another video. I met him there. He was in a band called Beat Rodeo. I used to book the place. They played there every Monday night, and the nicest. But it was back when this block was rocking cool because there wasn't that many people here. There were no lines to get in there. There probably would be now because kids seem to like to work, uh, wait on lines. I walk around the street. There's pizza places with lines around the block, and yeah, the pizza's good, but I'm not going to wait on a line to get pizza. I'm not going to wait on a line to get a cookie. It's just what's going on in this world. Are we just having a lot of followers now? And it seems like, I watch the news sometimes, and it's just like people will, whatever the news says, I got to, whatever they say, I've got to do. I have to hate this group now. I have to hate that group now. I have to follow this trend. I have to follow that trend. Um, it just seems like we have a lot of sheep, the sheeple. No one can think from themselves. It's like, well, if that line, that must mean it's good. Oh, if that's what they believe out there in the world, that must be the right thing to believe. No one's thinking for themselves. It's like we gotta follow the rest. I do believe we we are being run by some psychopaths, and there's a group hypnosis going on us. Um, of people just following the wrong ways or what they think is right because they want to be part of something, and they want to think they're on the right side. When meanwhile, they're not thinking about things. Anyways, that's another whole story. But it's part of this whole line thing, just people lining up saying, well, that must be the spot because everybody's going towards it and not thinking for themselves. I'm sure my fans out there, I hate to call you fans, I'm sorry, but thank you for watching my videos. I really love doing them. I love talking. I like to have my opinions out there, whether they're right or wrong. It's just me, I'm not going to hide what I think. Are you guys followers or are you sheeple? What do you think? Are you noticing lines out there? I'd love to notice. Could you please leave in the comments a line you saw that you couldn't believe there was a line to get into? I walk through Soho a lot and New York City, and I just see lines all the time going into certain stores, and it's always people in their 20s and 30s to get into certain stores, of course. I just don't understand it. I know maybe the younger groups of people were socialized differently. They're used to doing things in crowds and groups through the schooling and things like that. My generation, we didn't have that to my knowledge. I didn't follow any group. I just did what I did. Maybe small groups, but nothing that were, oh, like I said, I don't like waiting on lines. I'm not about to. When I fly, yeah, you got to wait on some lines to get to where you're going. Anyways, with that, it was just a short little video today. It's something light, just because I needed something light because the world is pretty dismal. And my world isn't dismal. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. The biggest thing out there is I love you all. Be nice to people. Be kind more than that. Be kind to even people that don't deserve it because you know what? They need a hug too. And I'm not a tree hugger, but I'm a tree hugger. See you next time.